February started with a sweet and quiet sort of beauty, with the promise of spring on the horizon. The sun was starting to rise a little bit earlier, and the warm Chinook winds came sweeping through the mountains and trees, quickly melting all the ice and snow, and leaving us with sunshine and mild temperatures. And though these Chinooks never last very long, I took advantage of this week's warmer weather to get outside with Pepper, to hike and explore the surrounding woodlands, and to breathe in the earthy smells of the pines and the moss. I've also been taking more self-portraits again, which is a process that is almost like a form of therapy for me, immersing myself into nature and feeling the connection to my surroundings, while also trying to capture through photography the deep peace that I find here. Self-portraiture has been a big part of my life for 15 years now, and maybe one of these days I'll make a video to tell you that whole story. From how it started to what it means to me today. A story of stepping beyond my comfort zone, learning to accept myself, and deepening a love and connection with my surroundings. Even if not all the surroundings are particularly pleasant. I have been stepping through so much elk poop. Look, this entire trail is covered in elk poop. They look like chocolate almonds, but I assure you, they are much squishier between the toes. Okay, one last time. Oh, that one's squished. Ooh. You've been so good waiting for me. Are you being so patient, Pepper? When he's mad at me, he just ignores me and sits with his back to me, which is really sad. I know I can't pay attention to you 24/7 while I'm doing my self-portrait thing, Pepper. Pepper, have you been a good patient boy at least? Pepper. His poor dirty dress. It's been put to good use.
You're good. You're so ready. Okay. Let's go.
So, this snow-free forest is completely blowing my mind right now. While filming this today, it is only February 2nd, so we should still be in the dead of winter, but it's feeling very spring-like this week. It was only last week or 2 weeks ago that it was minus 42 degrees here, and we were freezing our butts and our toes every time we even stepped outside for a second. And now it's currently 12 degrees, which is full-on spring weather. All the snow is melted, at least here at the lower elevations. It was kind of weird, but I also know this is fake spring. I'm not gonna fully believe it. This is entirely fake spring. There will be a second winter, and then there will be a third winter, and probably a fourth and fifth winter all the way up till June, when we usually actually start getting summer weather. The only downside is that I hope this early spring doesn't mean that we're gonna have a really hot, early and long summer. We've had enough forest fires as it is the last several years here, so I do hope winter comes back and the snow and rain fills these mountains and really properly prepares them for real summer when it comes. So yeah, kind of strange, but I do kind of like it. So I guess we'll just be out here every day enjoying fake spring while it's here. I can't believe I don't even need gloves right now. Like, my fingers are toasty. This sun is toasty. It is so nice. I just found in my handy camera bag strap pocket from months ago, I must have stashed a whole bunch of these Werthers in it. There's like 20 of these stuffed in here, and I've completely forgotten about them for months. Which makes for a great little forest snack. My preciouses. Second winter returned the very next morning. A fresh blanket of snow falling gently across the land and silencing everything once more. I ended up spending most of my time indoors then, editing photos which, surprisingly to me, somehow ended up in spending 2 weeks deeply immersed in developing editing presets, something I had never actually used before. But in my quest to find new ways this year to simplify my workflow, especially when it came to spending weeks of my time editing client shoots, I suddenly became very inspired. And I also realized, after 15 years of experience in my art and editing style, maybe this knowledge was also a gift I could share with others, a way for others to have a beautiful or inspiring starting point when it comes to editing, a point to encourage new possibilities and directions for anyone to take their art and workflow. So I ended up going all out and created a whole bunch of presets and some editing tutorials, which was definitely not what I expected I'd be spending my February doing. But it was a process I actually really enjoyed, and then I was so encouraged by the response after. And I'm still reeling with gratitude for it all. The presets are officially live! Yeah! I'm actually kind of nervous, but really excited. Hello everyone, just out here walking through the quiet snowy woods with Pepper today, and today is our last day of being alone for the last couple of weeks. My partner Chris has been teaching photography workshops abroad again, this time in Iceland. So Pepper and I have actually spent, I guess, more than a month now alone so far in this 2024 season. And although I have to say I love my solitude and quiet time, I love it more than anyone else that I know. I definitely need these weeks of alone time to really reconnect with myself and feel rested and let my own creativity bubble up naturally. And I'll be honest too, if you plunked me in a cabin in the middle of nowhere with no human contact for like a year, I would thrive. I am not the kind of person who gets lonely. I don't know if I even know what that feeling of loneliness is, because I don't know. I love my own company. But that all being said, I guess love kind of changes everything, because I do miss Chris. I miss sharing moments like these walks and seeing beautiful things, and my thoughts immediately go to, oh man, I wish Chris was here to see this. So I guess that means that I don't quite like my alone time as much as I used to. Whee, Pepper! Pepper's just spinning me around here. But tonight I go pick up Chris from the airport in Calgary in the middle of the night. And then we will have 2 full days together. And then it'll actually be my turn to take off while Chris and Pepper get their bonding time. And I will get to travel to Boston and then Scotland and England, a 2-week whirlwind trip to visit all of my best friends, which I am so excited for. As much as I claim that I love my solitude, I love my friends even more. And sometimes I have to pinch myself, because I do truly feel like the luckiest person in the world to have the friends and the family and the partner that I have. And even though my circle of best friends are spread all over the world, it's kind of perfect that way. I never really had many close friends with the same interests locally growing up. And okay, story time. When I was young, I was a super shy, introverted, nerdy animal dork. And in 2007, I believe it was, that was the year that I made my first YouTube channel, which was dedicated, hold on, am I lost? Oh no, I'm in the right spot. My first YouTube channel was dedicated to the bond between me and my first dog, Sparky, and all the cute tricks and dog dancing that we did. And yes, I told you I am an animal nerd. But I ended up meeting on YouTube my best friends, and who are also animal nerds, also doing dog trick and dog dancing videos. And then in 2011, we finally had the opportunity to meet, and I flew to Scotland and England to meet them, and we've been besties ever since, and we'll meet each other at least once a year, if not more. And then also around that same time, when I was getting into photography, I made a lot of like-minded friends through Flickr around 15 years ago. They were the first people I met who shared those similar interests and passion with me. And then it just the friendships kind of fell into place, and I'm very fortunate now to have a bunch of besties living all across the world who also love to travel and to create together and see beautiful places and have beautiful experiences together. And I actually love that all my friends are spread apart across the world. I know a lot of people couldn't handle that, but for one, I still love my alone time. But for two, it really teaches us to not take these friendships for granted. And when the times come that we do get together, we will go all out and travel and spend days at a time together, having beautiful quality time. And now I'm about to embark on my first trip in a long time where there is no work involved whatsoever. It's just a trip to catch up with all my best friends. And I am so excited. One of my most frequently asked questions actually is, how did I form that community? The people around me who are like family and who support and uplift one another and are there for each other. I guess I know I feel so fortunate that I have that, and I know there's a lot of people who don't have that, and it's always one of the biggest questions that people ask me in this photography world. And I think, at least in my case, the best thing I can say is that I truly do believe the kind of energy that you put out there is going to be the same kind of energy that comes back to you. Right, Pepper? And yeah, like for me and my friends, we love each other dearly, and yet we all live very different lives. We share some similar interests, but we're all living our lives around the world. And it might be weeks or months at a time between messaging each other and seeing each other, and then when we do see each other, we just pick it back up right where we left off again. It's like no time has passed at all. And yet, if anything were to happen, if we needed each other, we would be there at the drop of a hat. And I think that's kind of really important for both friendships and relationships and family as well, is to not cling so tightly to each other that you suffocate each other, but to just know that you all love each other so dearly and you're there even if you're not there in person all the time. I think that's the most important thing for me, at least, is to just know and feel how much we do truly love each other. And once in a while we go above and beyond to show that and get together and enjoy beautiful time together. Back to the question, how do you find that community, the people to uplift and inspire you and be like family? If you don't have that yet, then the best advice I can give, honestly, is to be that person. Be that person for yourself first. Love yourself deeply, and be your own greatest cheerleader, and also be respectful of yourself. And then radiate that love and respect to everybody around you. And all the other creative people and photographers, or wherever your passion lies, those similar people around you, instead of treating them as competition, treat them as allies and support each other and be there and lift each other up and be everybody's greatest cheerleader. Let your friends know that you love them. And I really do believe that that kind of energy is the kind that will come back and support you and be there for you. I think I will wrap up this video around here. I don't think I'll be filming anything while I'm visiting the besties. I don't even know if I'm gonna bring a camera, honestly. I kind of just want to enjoy my time totally camera free and travel light for once in my life. Which means I will be back in March and we'll have more to share with you then. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for watching this video, and I love you all immensely. I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of your February. Mwah.